Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to mount a tubing collector for Pex. And before I do that, I want to show you the floor. Got all the foam laid down, so nice and flat. And another thing I want to show you is on the edge here, the concrete contractor told me not to extend the foam over the foundation wall. He said to stop it just shy of it and to 45 the foam. So that's what I did here. Did that on both overhead doors here, and also I did it on the man door. I think what I'm going to do is dig all this back and put some foam on the outside so I can insulate as much as possible, keep my thermal break there as good as I can get it. So I do have some extra pieces of foam there, as you can see, so might as well put them to good use. So what I wanted to show you is this is going to be the man door here. There's the header. I wanted to put the tubing collector right here in the corner. And reason being is this building's not going to have a utility room. I wanted it as open as possible. So I opted to put where the tubing comes up, the tubing collector they call it, right on the corners, right against the far corner as far as I could get it. So this is what the product's called here. This is called Pex Pal, and this is a modular design, and each section here has a feed and return. So this is an 8-loop system in this building. So you buy these, and then you buy an end cap that you put on the end to enclose it. And this mounts just like that on the corner. A lot of people use PVC sweeps. They'll come up, and electrical PVC sweeps, that is, and then they'll attach them to the wall. I opted for this since, number one, I'm not going to have a utility room, so I wanted it as clean as possible and easy to finish the concrete around. And I also wanted it as compact as possible. So I didn't want a bunch of PVC sweeps, kind of all over the place. So I opted on this product. So you can find this online. It's expensive for what it is. A lot of times you can find kits that's like designed for contractors. It'll be a bunch of these modular pieces, and they're like $250, and they're like contractor kits type deal. I was able to find a source that you could buy each individual section, and that was at Menards. This was about $100, a little less than $100 with taxes and shipping. So it's expensive for what it is, for sure. So one of the things I was wondering how to do here is how to mount it. So they don't really give you anything. There's no tabs. There's nothing to mount to. This is going to sit right directly on the foam. The Pex is getting stapled directly to the foam, and then I'm using fiber concrete and also a mesh wire that's going to set on top of that for added strength. So what I come up with is, for a mounting solution here, in case anybody ever gets one of these things, they give you a hole in each modular section. And that goes all the way, you know, obviously all the way through because it's in each section. So what I did is, I've got a piece of 3/8 threaded rod. And this piece of 3/8 threaded rod is going to slide all the way through, stick out the other end just like so. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to drill a concrete anchor. This is a 3/8 concrete anchor. You can get this stuff at Lowe's or Home Depot or any home improvement place. I'm going to drill that into the foundation wall behind the foam, drive this in, and then this is going to thread in like so, and it's going to suck this all the way into the foam here in the corner. And then on the other end, I just found a L bracket kicking around, and this is going to get screwed in with some Tapcons on the other end to hold it on the back side or the front side of the wall. You can use a strong tie or something similar. This is just something I had kicking around. And I also used a fender washer, a couple 3/8 nuts, and a couple 3/8 washers to hold this in place. So this is going to mount just like this, right on the corner. You want to make sure it's level. Make sure it's level this way, and I'm going to use a 3/4 inch bit on the hammer drill, and we'll drill that in, put a couple Tapcons in over here, and we should be good to go. So I'll go ahead and get that done, and then I'll show you the results. All right, well, there's the finished product. And as you can see, there's the L bracket screwed through the foam into the concrete. Piece of 3/8 threaded rod, 3/8 nuts and flat washers, and the 3/8 fender washer. And it's right up against the edge here. Very secure, so it shouldn't go anywhere. And we'll check a little level here. It looks like it's right on. So, the tools that I used, in case anyone's interested, is I used a Makita hammer drill with a 3/4 inch SDS concrete bit and a 3/16 SDS bit and a small sledge to drive the anchor, and of course my Makita drill driver with a 5/16 driver bit. So the next step would be to run the piping. I'm going to do 12-inch spacing. We're going to staple the PEX directly to the foam board, and then they're going to lay the wire on top of the PEX. I'm going to attempt to do this by hand. I have the PEX staples, so I'm going to try to drive them by hand. You can buy a stapling gun that's specifically designed for this. They aren't cheap. They run about $250 to $300 online. So we'll see how I do by hand. I figured if it took me an extra day to do this by hand, I guess it would be worth it, because I'm probably never going to use the stapler again. So I'm going to do 6-inch spacing for the PEX at the doors here, then 12-inch everywhere else through the building, probably 2 or 3 6-inch spacings here. And yeah, I'd recommend this product for anybody doing in-floor heat. It is a little bit pricey. It was just shy of $100, like I said before. But I think it's going to be much cleaner and much more compact, and the spacing's going to come out good. You know, the floor, will come up to about, and right about there. So it's definitely a lot more compact, a lot easier to handle than having PVC sweeps coming up through and trying to secure them and everything else. So the PEX will be the next video. So if you like this, please subscribe, like, comment. I'm just a do-it-yourselfer. I probably couldn't afford to do this if I had hire it done. If anybody out there tried to get a quote for doing something like this, it's not cheap. So anybody can do this. That's DIY. It isn't really that difficult. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of labor. But at the end, you can't go back and do it again. So I want to remind that to anybody doing a floor. You cannot insulate or lay down PEX after it's done. One shot. Oh. All right, we'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day.